And, speaking of Resident Evil,
Yeah.
I want to talk about that, like, short film that came out not too long ago. I think it was last week that dropped, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I wasn't able to see it, but yeah, go ahead. Like you're the one that have seen the short film.
Yeah, so as some of you may be aware, there's this little game coming out towards the end of February called Resident Evil 9 Requiem. I think some people are excited about that. There's a long-term protagonist from the series that seems to be coming back. What's his name? Some sort of Leon S.
Yep.
Kennedy, I think. I kid. But like, in all honesty, like, Resident Evil Requiem is looking really cool. The two different types of gameplay is interesting, and it looks like we're gonna get like something that is scary but also kind of action based as well. But there was this little short film that was released. I think it's only just around maybe 3 minutes long, and it's called Resident Evil Requiem. Evil has always had a name. You could sort of consider this like a precursor, as like a little flavor of what will be coming in the upcoming game. And with this short film, you have notable actress Micah Monroe, who has starred in a bunch of, horror stuff over the last few years. I think the most recent thing that she was in that people would remember her from was Longlegs. She's very good at what she does. And it's interesting, with this short film, so much was done in a few minutes than what has happened with a bunch of the other adaptations that we've got over the last like 20 years, which is crazy. So in this short film, it focuses on a mum and her daughter in Raccoon City just prior to, during, and after the major incident that basically wiped out Raccoon City off the face of the planet. But, technically it's just a big crater there where the city used to be. But without going into the area of spoilers, it's like a very like concentrated story on these two characters and seeing how they deal with this situation again just before things happen, and then when you see the incident happening in real time, the way that it's shot, you can tell that it's obviously on a budget, but at the same time they put a lot of effort into the set design, the look of certain zombies that do show up, and it has a very heartfelt kind of vibe to it, especially towards the end. Again, I won't say, but with the way that it ends, it really leads into the characterization of the zombies in this new game. And if you've seen that sort of recent Capcom, is it, I guess, direct for lack of better terms on Resident Evil, where they talked about the zombies and how they conduct themselves when compared to how the previous Undead act. It's a really cool way that they were able to bridge the gap with this short film. Again, it's concise, it has something to say, and it just feels so authentic to the Resident Evil experience. And I was just like, damn. Now, if we could only get that in a proper long-term theatrical release, we'd actually be in a very good place.